What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Freshwater Fish. I'm your host, Sharkbait. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you all. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about guppies. Yes guys, today's video I believe is long overdue since I started the channel, which is how I actually did my guppy aquarium. So stick around, I'll teach you everything you need to know, the tank size, the filtration, how to breed them, everything you need to know to keep these beautiful fish in this tiny little aquarium. Let's get started. So guys, to actually start out with this build, you're going to need to get yourself a 10-gallon aquarium. Now, you can get these from Petco, PetSmart, Walmart. You can get them on Craigslist, Goodwill, Savers, anywhere. You can even build these guys yourself if you want to. However, that is completely up to you. So first thing you're going to want to do is get yourself a nice 10-gallon aquarium. Now, as you know, on this channel, we like to keep things very cheap because we don't have a lot of money to keep these fish. However, there are a few tips and tricks that I'm going to teach you. Number one today is going to be getting a 10-gallon at a cheaper price. So if you go to Petco, sometimes they'll have sales and things like that when they're getting rid of some of their inventory, and they'll actually have a $1 per gallon sale. So when these guys are regular 20 to 30 bucks, they drop down to about $10 per tank. And honestly, I would love to do that. However, if that is not an option for you, check Craigslist. They usually have these guys pretty cheap. Sometimes they come with a stand, sometimes they come with the whole set. So definitely do your research and look around for the cheapest option. Don't just go to the most expensive store and grab a tank. So step number 2, after you find your aquarium and you buy it, you bring it home, is to do a leak test. Now I do these on all of my aquariums, whether they're off Craigslist, from a friend, whether they're from Goodwill, Petco, PetSmart, brand new or used. I usually like to do a leak test on these guys. Now step number 3, guys, is going to be figuring out whether you want to just keep regular guppies, all males together, or whether you want to breed them and have little baby fry that you can sell back to the pet stores and things like that. Now whether or not you have the baby fry is going to depend on your filtration. If you are going to keep the babies and have them breeding, go ahead and grab yourself a sponge filter from your nearest Petco or PetSmart. If you are not going to be breeding guppies, you can go ahead and get away with just putting a hang-on back filter in there and just letting it do its thing. Now that actually brings me to step number 4, which is stocking your aquarium. Now these guppies do alright by themselves, however, you're going to get kind of sick of sitting there cleaning off all the algae and stuff like that with your artificial plants in there. So, to help you with that, we have a little friend. And that is the Chinese algae eaters. These guys are great little workers. They're super efficient, they're super fast, they'll glide around your aquarium, and they almost look like little sharks. They will sit there, they'll suck on the driftwood, they'll clean the algae off the plants and everything. And they don't bother the guppies, they don't bother the babies, they just sit there and they do their thing and they eat their algae. Now step number 5 is going to be figuring out the hardscape of your aquarium, what you want to put in there. Now this brings me back to step number 2 and 3 of stocking your aquarium. So if you are going to be breeding guppies, you're going to want to put some tall guppy grass in there, or some duckweed, or something so that the baby fry can hide in case the mothers start to get hungry and start to eat the babies. Now, little known myth is that the mothers will eat their own babies. That is not true. However, when you have multiple females inside a tank, they will eat other mothers' babies. So that is why we put this tall grass in here and stuff like that, so that the babies have somewhere that they can hide when the mothers get hungry. Now, in order to keep that from happening, you want to feed these fish regularly. Don't let them starve, because when they starve, they start to eat their own babies, and that just turns into a whole nother mess. Now, what kind of aesthetic look you're looking for with your hardscape is completely up to you. I usually like to put driftwood in my aquariums. I find it just looks good. Now, the way to put driftwood in the aquarium correctly, if this is your first time doing it, is to boil your driftwood before putting it in. This pulls out all the tangents, all that brown stuff that's going to make your water look very brown and murky. So make sure to boil your driftwood before putting it into your aquarium. Now, if you are going to be breeding guppies, there is a 3-to-1 ratio. So that means you need 3 females for every 1 male. And the reason why we do that is so that the male has plenty of females to chase. Because if you only put 1 male and 1 female in there, he's going to end up stressing her out and actually killing that female guppy, and you won't have any babies. However, if you put in 2 males and 6 females, you will have lots of babies. Now, the last thing I want to say about this aquarium is that if you want to keep other fish with them, such as neon tetras, black neon tetras, skirt tetras, mollies, shrimps, things like that, that is totally okay to have in this aquarium. However, you don't want to overstock it, because you'll actually overload your filtration and your fish will start to die off. So definitely keep an eye on the pH levels of your aquarium and don't overstock it. They usually like to say 1 fish per 1 gallon of your aquarium. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.